I'm IND Magant, and I'm jumping out the porch with Dirty Glove Bastard.
Move that dope, I'ma go ahead and get some more. Move that, I'ma turn it with a hoe. You know what?
All right, so we got the one and only IND Magant jumping off the porch with us today. Welcome, man.
Hey, how you doing?
And I'm feeling great, man. How about yourself today, too?
I'm fine.
For sure,
You know,
man.
just first time here in Atlanta. Just
Oh, really?
First
time, man?
Just checking it out, you know. It's cool down here. You know, I ain't been down here enough to see what's going on, but I'm gonna most definitely tune in, though.
Okay.
I'm gonna tune in.
And what else you got planned while you're here, besides jumping off the porch in Atlanta, man? What else you doing?
I
man,
gotta
in the
shoot a
city?
couple videos, we vlogging, and, you know, check out the club scene.
Okay.
You know, just some adult shit and a little bit business, a little bit of fun. You know.
Nah, you got to get the best of both worlds, man.
You know
Especially
what
with
I'm
the nightclubs here in Atlanta, man. That's where it's at, bro.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, like I'm trying to check out the scenery, like what it's gonna be like when I'm performing in there.
Okay.
You know, you gotta see it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta see it. You gotta see it to believe it. So I try to see things before I do it.
Nah, absolutely. And what's the club scene like in Indianapolis?
It's cool. You know, certain times, you know, it's fat. Then it's just your regular club scene. You know, might not be nobody in there. You know
For
what I'm
real.
saying? Depending on what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Regular smack day, ain't nothing going on. Couple of strippers in the club, ain't too many dudes doing the money in there.
For
But
real.
days that's popping, you know, depending on what's going on, birthdays or holidays, whatever's going on, and you might catch it fat, you know, whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
At that time.
Yeah, if the Pacers make the finals, man,
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
sure the
it's
club's
really-
going to be turned every night,
That's
man.
really gonna turn up the city though. You know what I'm saying? Like once if they do win.
Then they only got to get one more, man.
Yeah,
They got to get this
but you know, OKC is really who they really got to defeat.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
they gonna beat the Knicks because they got like 2 games left or
Exactly,
whatever.
yeah.
So they gonna beat that, but OKC.
Oh,
is
yeah,
who
they tough,
really,
man.
That's who they really like. I don't even really watch sports like that, but I just know OKC. Far as from what I ain't heard, that's really their challenge.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
that's
they've been
who
the
they-
best team all season, yeah.
Yeah, like, see, I don't even watch sports, but I just, from what I heard, I can just say, like, well, that's gonna be they beat them, then next year we might win again next year. You know, if they beat them,
Nah, real
I
shit.
believe it. You know, I believe we're gonna be up there again. You know, to where they doing games to where they at right now. I believe they can get up there again next year if they beat OKC, if they win the ring.
Oh, absolutely, man.
I truly believe.
Yeah. And you want to shout out your people sitting up there with you today, too, man?
Oh yeah. It's my bro Rob. It's my bro 33rd. It's my bro Kev. You know, these are people I grew up with. You know, we got like the same background story. You know, not having too much support and learning how to stick together type shit. You know, working together and things of that nature.
Okay. So y'all been locked in then?
Yeah, for a long time.
Okay.
You know, these are my bros.
For sure, man.
That's what I call it. I don't call it friends, you know, after you've been around for so long. You know, you my bro.
I dig it, man.
You
Yeah,
know,
so-
especially your loyalty shows, you know what I'm saying? You my bro.
Yeah, what they say, loyalty is rare, man.
Yeah. Especially, like, I go off actions, bro. I gotta see it to believe it, bro. Cause I always speak with action, bro. So, you know, for whether if it's a man or a woman, you know, you want me in tune with you, I gotta see your actions. Your actions is gonna tell me everything. I don't go off nothing else but action now, bro. Like I ain't been sold dreams since little until I started making them come true. You know what I'm saying? So I know, like, if there ain't no action in it, I ain't trying to hear it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I gotta see it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna show you. Yeah, I'm gonna show you so much to the point that when I ain't around, you gonna know. You know what I'm saying? Even if you didn't show me something, I still put my work on the table just to show you, like, yeah, like, I speak with action.
Nah, I got you, man. So talk about your upbringing in Indianapolis, man. Like, what were you into as a kid and all that, man?
Man, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I sucked at sports, bro. Sucked, bro. Didn't make the basketball team, man. I tried basketball when I was in elementary, bro. Man, ever since then, I tried it. I tried football when I was in middle school. Sucked, bro. Like, I didn't have it. I don't think I had the proper body at the time. Like, I wasn't working out. Like, really had the the right fit, you know, and then the things that was going on in my life at that time, I ain't cared for sports really. You know what I'm saying? Like it was other things that took my eyes and my mind off the sports, playing school activities and things.
No, understood. Yeah, because from the email you sent me, it's like your childhood was rough.
Oh
bro.
yeah, bro. You know, from growing up, mom and dad, you know, not being properly functioning parents and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? You know how from the 80s and 90s crack epidemic, things of that nature, and some people got a hold of that. You know what I'm saying? Then some people, you know, they gotta go do jail time and things of that nature. Like my father, he had to go do jail time. You know, my mom, she got hit up by the streets. You know what I'm saying? It happens. You know what I'm saying? Like, I learned over due time, bro, seeing so much things, bro. You gotta have a strong mind out here, man. You gotta have a strong mind and a strong soul, bro, to survive out here, bro. Like, you gotta know what you want out here, bro. Like, that's gonna help you stay out of certain, you know, it's gonna help you stay out of the way when you try and get places. You gotta know exactly what you want. You gotta be ready to put in some time, put in some work, the effort, the money, all of it, bro. Like, you gonna go through it, bro. Like, I don't care who it is. They ain't tell you they ain't go through it. They lying to you, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They lying. Like, I ain't never heard a perfect story, bro. Like, it ain't no perfect story, bro. Like, I don't live my life like that. I don't believe in that. I can't sit behind the internet and act like I got $1 million when I know I came up from being poor. You know what I'm saying? So I don't live my life like that, bro. I like living in reality, like understanding like what's really going on, how the world works. Mm-hmm. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't like that matrix bullshit that a lot of people live in. You know what I'm saying? But growing up, you know, my auntie took us in from my mom and dad not being able to raise me and my brothers and sisters. You know, she about 4 or 5, I was adopted by her. We was like going through I don't know what system we call it, what system they call that? What system they call that?
The foster care
system?
Yeah,
the foster care system. We was all, me and it was like 6 of us at that time. We was all going through the foster care system. And then, you know, my grandma convinced my auntie to step up, and she took us all in. Her and my uncle took us all in and things of that nature. You know, that was really a blessing, though. You know, I got to be around my brothers and sisters.
Yeah, because you guys didn't get split up.
Yeah,
right?
Some people, bro, they don't get to know their brothers and sisters growing up because they don't get to, you know, that was a blessing. You know, so, you know, you go through school and things, elementary and things. I was a bad little motherfucker, boy. Like, even from the time when I was living with my mom, man, I remember I accidentally set the room on fire, bro.
You set the room on fire?
I set this couch on fire, bro. They had this couch in there, that motherfucker just said, like I had this lighter, bro. Something just made me go do the shit. And I just did it, like, I just lit the shit on fire, bro. My brother came in there, he was like, oh, Charles, he said, Mama, Charles lit the house on fire. He's like, hey. He's like, I don't know what's going on, you know. So he had to go tell my mama and things of that nature. They put the fire out. Boy, I got my ass tore up.
I could imagine.
Boy, I got my ass tore up. I still remember that ass whooping. Everybody, back in them days, everybody was coming over whooping your ass. You did what? Well, got my ass tore up, boy.
Did you learn not to play with lighters after that?
Yeah, I never lit something except a blunt or a cigarette. I ain't never lit nothing on fire then, shit.
That's one of them ass whoopings that sticks with you.
Yeah, I ain't forgot that one, boy. Once she came right over and volunteered to whoop my ass. Bent me over on her lap, I was little, whack. Your motherfucking ass.
Yeah, at least you learned your lesson, man.
I went through some shit, bro. But it was kind of like discipline-wise, though. Like, it wasn't like motherfuckers just want to beat up on you and shit, but it kind of like discipline-wise and make you tougher out here was. Like, I don't look at it like I got bullied. you know, by my auntie and them. They raised me really right, you know what I'm saying? Far as I seen, you know what I'm saying? They ain't want nothing but really the best. But sometimes what I learned is, coming from where we come from, you know, not having it all, like, sometimes when people want the best for you, it might not be as much as what you might want more for just yourself, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I always wanted more for myself, bro. I always wanted more, you know what I'm saying? Like, I never had that mindset to settle. I never had that mindset to settle. Sometimes I had to separate myself in order to stay focused on wherever I wanted out of life. Like, you know, I'm kind of like a little bit into spirituality now. You know what I'm saying? I'm a vegan and stuff. I don't eat meat or nothing. Like, I learned I was like a seven life path. And like, you know, I looked deep into it and things, and I started figuring out more things about myself. Like, why I was able to accomplish things easier. You know what I'm saying? Like, once I started looking more into that nationality and things, that numerology and things of that nature.
Okay.
I started figuring out things, like, it started opening my mind even more. But I was already kind of like listening, like, people like Jim Ron and things, like people who would tell you like things like how the world works, but like really break it down to you, like how, you know, a lot of things based off what you do. It's how you is in the world, you know what I'm saying, what you want. So you have to know how to prepare yourself for, or get yourself ready for things and take action on things. Like, a lot of people will blame everything else except themselves. You know, so I don't do that. I blame myself, you know, if something go wrong. You know, that's how you make it, that's how you go forward. You learn, you like, okay, I ain't gonna do this shit no more. You know what I'm saying? Okay, that worked. I'm gonna make sure I keep doing this. You know what I'm saying? It helps you evolve. It helps you evolve in life.
Nah, real shit. So going over to the music, like, when did this journey start for you, man? Were you the type that was always rapping as a kid, or did it just come later on in life?
I've been loving music ever since I was a child, bro. Listening to Lil Wayne and the Hot Boys, Cash Money now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, then the era changed. You went to Gucci Mane now, Lil Boosie now. You know, they era when they came around 2004, 2005. You know what I'm saying? I listened to Biggie, Tupac now. You know what I'm saying? Things of that nature. Like, I listen to a lot of rappers, bro. Like, a lot of music, and it all goes by how it feels to me, how it makes me feel. If you can talk about some life story shit, bro, you got me. I'm on your side. Like I don't just like hearing just some shit you just talk. I like listening to story music. You know what I'm saying? Don't matter if it's rock, you know, because everything, it don't matter what it is, it all can tell a story. You know what I'm saying? And I like that type of music, like storytelling.
I feel like that's a dying art these days,
yeah,
too.
Yeah, and that's what I've been trying to lock more into. I like storytelling, because like that's what, I feel like that's what lasts long. Because like, if you can tell a story about you struggling, that motherfucker become a hit, or something like that, or something that's something like that most people can relate to, it's gonna last forever. That's why you think people buying masters and all that other shit, buying people they write their music and all that, because they know. Like, a lot of people don't think that far ahead, bro. They don't think that far ahead, like, damn, my music really gonna be this hot 10 years later, 20 years later. Whole time, they ain't gave you this money up front, and now you probably ain't spent it and you broke, and you could have been getting all that money all them years. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I be paying attention and shit, bro. I don't just be sitting back and just looking. You know what I'm saying? I be scoping the scene and shit, like, shit, and then it be only be making sense too, though. Like, when you really pay attention, like, to me it does. Like I say, I know my numerology. Like, once I learn who I am, it makes sense to me why I see what I see. If that makes sense, what I'm trying to say. Like, I see, my mind is a lot more open than the average people, bro. Like, average people just wake up, they ain't thinking about what they need to do for their future. You know what I'm saying? What's gonna benefit me? What's gonna really put me in position, me and my people? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm looking at things like that every day. Like, that's where my mind at right now. Like, in this day of life. Like,
Did that change your music then too, having that like that different mind frame then?
Yeah, like far as like with the music, my producer Geechie, he's a big help to me. Like he's helping me with words and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then I'm helping myself out. You know what I'm saying? Studying and learning more words of that nature. That way the music can get more better and it never sounds the same.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want my music to sound the same, so we always try to come with different, it just be me and him in the studio. We always try to bounce ideas off each other. He helps me with the music, you know what I'm saying? It ain't just me all in there, it's me and him, you know what I'm saying? Me and him doing it and that's it, shit. I did like 2 projects, bro, like, I did like 2 projects, but I ain't had no money to do nothing else but to go to the studio. So I made sure I put them projects up until I knew I had that money going right, you know what I'm saying? Until I knew I can do the things I'm doing now. You know what I'm saying? Like I told you, you gotta see this shit, bro. Mm-hmm. You gotta see, like, okay, if I can just put this up, why it still can't be hot later on if I make it move right? Or why people won't fuck with it later on as long as I make it move right. You gotta know how to move on your time. I like moving on my time, bro. You know, things that's personal. I like moving on my time, like, as far as building my life. Like, but if I gotta be somewhere, I gotta be. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense, bro.
No, I understood, man. And break down the IND in your name too, man. What does it stand for?
Indian. I like Indians because they, you heard their culture, how they stick together. You know what I'm saying? They teach each other. That's why I call it. And then a little bit from my city too, in Indianapolis. I wanted it to be for that too. You know what I'm saying? Things of that nature. Like I came up with that back when I was first coming up first started rapping like at 22 and shit. Like I was like the city, and then I like the Indians because they stick together. You know what I'm saying? What they be saying, too many Chiefs, not enough Indians. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's why I took it. That's why I ran with it.
Okay.
Magant came from one of my older bros from my hood. His name One. It came from him. He was like, man, I know where, bro. I promise you, bro. I know where a regular day. He was like, I'm just gonna start calling you Magant.
Just out of nowhere.
I swear to God, bro. He shook up with me. He's like, I'm just gonna start calling you Magant. He said, from now on, that's gonna be your name.
Did you fuck with it or?
I fuck with it because it was the name. He gave me a name. Like I was like, shit, I fucking with that. I'm like, shit. First it was McGinty. I changed it to Magant. Okay. It was McGinty at first. I'm like, okay, come through the hood, McGinty. Like shit, motherfuckers start calling me McGinty, but then I changed it to Magant once I started like rapping and things. I changed it to Magant. And I've been getting called in there since I was like 13, 14, bro. Like,
okay.
I'm 31 now, so that's a long motherfucking time. Like, I've been getting called that name for a long time. So if you don't know me by that name, you don't know. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, everybody like give nickname Gant. They might call me Gant. You know, my people, they call me Gant or Gentis, or they might be funny with it. That's just how my bros is, though. You know what I'm saying?
Understood.
But I started getting into the music, bro, because I was working this job. I was working this hotel job, bro. And I got tired coming home every day. Like, I like seeing the other rappers doing their shit, but I'm like, man, I feel like I can do that shit too, bro. I'm like, shit, I've been through shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I just felt like I ain't been through enough to express myself, to be on the beat. You feel me? I feel like I can do that. You know what I'm saying? So me and my cousin came up with the plan. I bought a studio, a little homemade studio. Boy, I got that bitch rocking, bro. Once it took me, I had to learn how to rap though, bro. I ain't just like I knew off top, bro. Like when I first started rapping, bro, I was trying to write the music and couldn't write the music. I couldn't write the music. So my cousin was like, he was like, bro, just try to punch in, bro. He's like, just rap. Man, I'm not lying to you, bro. I started doing, cuz helped me with that shit. I started doing that shit. Man, I promise you, boy. Next thing you know, you give me like, probably about a couple weeks later, I was in that motherfucker every night rapping. You know what I'm saying? But that's when I knew I had the passion for rap. But at that time, I didn't understand the business of rap though. See, the business part came a year or two later. Once I was living with my brother, and I was recording my Finding Myself mixtape. And my bro Tanks, my bro Tanks SDR, he was telling me, he was like, bro, you know, he's like, you gotta get that shit on TuneCore, things of that nature. Like, you gotta get that shit legalized, and you gotta get your rapper name and all that, and business and all that. I'm like, damn, I ain't know all that. You know, I'm just like they say, if you ain't got that shit right, you just rapping. You know what I'm saying? But I get paid out my shit now. You know what I'm saying? Right now, it's starting to climb up. It's just my numbers on Instagram and all that. But it took a year straight to put in work and spend money and do what you need to do to get them numbers and things start rolling and things. I know my shit gonna be double or triple by the end of this year, bro. Cause I put in that work, bro, and I love this shit though. This ain't no hobby. I love doing this shit. Like, this is something I found passion in doing. You know what I'm saying? I take my time out to make sure shit happening for the music. You know what I'm saying? Make sure if it ain't me doing other things that consist of my life, it's mostly gonna be music, bro. Like, that's me, bro. Like, I found my passion, what I would love to do in life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could have asked people for money. But I didn't. I went to go work and went to go earn my own money, bro, because that's what I believe in. You know what I'm saying? You got something you love to do, shit, find your own ways to get your money and put your own money up. That way when you win, you get the winnings. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you ain't got to split it with
you know
nobody.
What I'm saying? You can choose. You know, it's a choice then. You know what I'm saying? It becomes a choice then. You get to choose who you want to split it with. You ain't got to be like, oh, bro, I put this up, I did this, work what speaks for itself.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So I just believe in putting in the work, bro. Like, I never seen nobody make nothing come true without putting in the work. Like, it's just simple, so simple to me now. Like, it's just simple to me, bro. Like, I just be too focused now. Like, I just don't. Little shit I don't be caring about, bro. Like, I swear, bro, I don't be caring about people business, none of that shit, bro. I be straight tuned in, like tunnel vision, bro. Like, I really can't see nothing but myself winning. Like, if my numbers wasn't going up, it'd be different. But I be seeing my numbers going up, and I'm always consistent. I've been more consistent than ever, bro. Like, it ain't like this is just like I've been consistent. I'm just really starting to be consistent, like really starting to understand like what I need to do every day of my life when I wake up to make sure I can get here with this vision I see with this music. You know what I'm saying? It's you know, working out, things of that nature, making sure you consistent on how you bring your incomes in. You know what I'm saying? Just, you got, when you want to build an empire, boy, you gotta, like they say, you gotta put in all that work, but like you say, you get the winnings.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't even thinking about the winnings, bro. I just love doing this shit. And that's what makes it even more better. When you love spending your money with your people and shit, and you love spending your money with your people and shit, and making sure they got money, and making sure they straight, and hey, I feel like it's already a win for me, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't thinking about no money, bro. I ain't thinking about no money with this shit. I'm thinking about just doing music, bro. Like,
yeah, that's a real passion, right?
Yeah. Like, I swear to you, bro. I told you I get paid, but that's because I do the legal shit right now. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do get paid, but far as the passion, I love doing this shit. Like, I don't care about what something costs if I can get the money for it. I'm gonna spend that shit, bro. That's me. Yeah, hey, this how I look at it, bro. Most dudes, bro, I don't like putting dudes in my own personal thing, but what I'm saying, most dudes would do it for a female. So you wouldn't do it for yourself? That's how I look at it, bro. Mm-hmm. Shit, I'm gonna put my money up for myself, bro. You feel me? You do it for a bitch. Why wouldn't you do it for yourself?
Nah, that's real.
You know what I'm saying, though? Like, most dudes don't look at life like that, and they'll lose, bro. Because you put the female first, and she go on to the next dude.
You got a new project on the way, man. The Black Sheep, man.
Yeah.
Talk about the vibes. Like, what should fans expect to hear on here, man?
The Black Sheep is basically how I came up in life. Basically about going through the street life and going to school and things of that nature. You know, not having it all, getting bullied on, but not getting bullied on as far as getting beat up on, but getting talked about. You know what I'm saying? Not being the cool. I wasn't the cool kid. I wasn't the cool kid. I wasn't the cool kid, bro. Like I was like one of them kids, bro, who was low, like mind his business and shit, and didn't mess with a lot of people, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's probably what's helped me today with doing this music, like by me not being like that. Like, it's helping me with the passion with this music.
Yeah. And you got the new single, Go and Get Some Mo, man.
Yeah, go
I
and
fuck
get
with
some
this
more.
one.
Hey, move that dope. I'm gonna go ahead and get something more. Yeah, me and Geechie made that. We made that song in the studio one day. I ain't had no weed. I ain't had no weed, bro. I swear to God, I ain't had no weed, and we found out we got some weed that night. We got some weed in the studio that night. As soon as I hit that blunt a couple times, boy, that beat was already going. I was like, move that dope, go ahead and get some more. I just started flowing, shit. They started coming out of me, boy. Like, not saying that I need weed, but it helped that night, shit. It helped me that night, shit. We started smoking, boy, shit came up out of me, boy. He's like, boy, we need some weed, bro. I'm like, yeah, bro. Man, I hit that blunt a couple times, boy. Was that good weed, too? It came right to life out of me, boy.
Yeah, what's some of the videos of the songs you plan to shoot out here in Atlanta?
I got a song called One Night, and then I might shoot my other song. It's called The New Geechie.
Okay.
It's really, it sounds like one of Geechie's songs, like my kitchen song. It got a couple of his lines in there, along with my new Geechie song. That's why I call it The New Geechie song. But it's just really saluting the motherfuckers who's before you, bro. Like the ones who really put in the work. You know, I like Geechie music. You know, I grew up on Geechie music and Boosie music, and you know, why not put somebody you used to listen to? Well, I still listen to Geechie, that you listen to and you do music. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's giving a shout out to them. Like, hey, boy, I fuck with your shit. You know what I'm saying? I grew up on that. I ain't about to act like, bro, I rap now, I ain't listening to that shit. Nah, I did. You know what I'm saying? That's what I grew up on. You know what I'm saying? Put the pounds in the trash. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what we grew up on. There you go. That's what we grew up on.
And what about One Night? What type of vibe is the One Night on?
It's about talking about you out of town for one night and you letting this bitch know, hey, I ain't got time for you to play. I'm here for one night. I gotta go make plays. And if you wanna play, I gotta go. I'm only here for one night. In the morning, I gotta catch a flight. Tell me what you trying to do. About to go and bust a move. You know what I'm saying?
How long you been working on this project? Is this some shit you've been working on all year? You just got locked in on it, or what?
This was them two projects I told you about, brother. Like, I had this put up for like 2 years until I understood, I got my money right and things of that nature. You know, this is one of them projects. The other project was Road to Redemption. That one's already out. That one was Road to Redemption, but this one was it's Black Sheep, and this was the second one I told you about.
Okay.
But I do got other music beyond that too, though, bro. Like I got other music that's already done, but I gotta shoot videos and do things of that nature with them. But I already got other music in the chamber and things of that nature, though. Past the Black Sheep, bro. And then I always stay going to the studio every month, bro. I go every month. I make sure I stay in that mug, bro. Like, cause it's my passion, you know what I'm saying? So I stay in there, like I don't miss a beat. Like I just went last weekend, you know what I'm saying? I make sure I spend 5 to 6 hours when I go there, when I go to the studio every month. You know what I'm saying? by me doing it so long, I ain't built up a kind of more simple way to get probably about 2 songs done every time I go. You know, and then it gives me enough time to be able to talk about things.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm not just going in there every day, so I ain't talking about the same shit. You know what I'm saying? Like when you keep doing it every day, you gonna end up talking about the same shit. You wanna give yourself time away a week or 2, then go in there, or maybe even a month. Now you got a whole bunch of shit to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Me and Geechie get to talking it up, like what you went through this month. This, that, okay, boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying? And that helps me out with the studio.
And what's the chemistry like when you guys are cooking up? Like, does he cook up on the spot for you, or he got the beats already ready?
He didn't did that, and he didn't already have beats like where I can go pick through, like, cause he always making the beats, like, and then like it's like. I think since me and him been working so much together, he started to like make beats that work around my voice type thing. Like I know I got other music out there that people really gonna vibe to, bro. I know I ain't no trash rapper, bro. I know that for a fact because I put my work and I put my time into it, bro. Like I ain't finna just be banging some shit in my ear and it's trash, bro. And then even if it's my shit, I ain't finna lie to myself, bro. I know if my shit some shit you can listen to, you feel me? I ain't finna be like, nah, man, just lie, bro. I don't do that, bro. I ain't finna do that, bro. Like if the words don't go right or the beat, you know, like if the shit ain't going right, I ain't gonna like it. So I know that my music is something that you'll listen to. Like it shouldn't be something like, oh, well, this shit is trash. Nah, I feel like it's something you can listen to. Cause I put my time into that shit, and I ain't rushing.
When do you think the Black Sheep will drop? This summer? Like, you got a date picked out, or?
To be honest, brother, I was thinking about like August.
Okay.
August 1st. August 1st is probably when it's gonna drop. I ain't already made that day up in my mind, but August 1st is most likely when it's gonna drop. I'm already next month about to start getting prepared to get everything that's circling around that. Mm-hmm. Then I plan on getting a billboard in my city too.
That'd be hard.
I'm gonna get a billboard. I'm gonna let them know, hey, I'm getting a billboard. So when you see me, don't be surprised. You already knew it was coming. I'm gonna get a billboard.
And how would you describe your growth as an artist from when you first started rapping up until today then?
My maturity and understanding what you need to be focused more on to make it as an artist. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't believe giving people my time, bro, unless it's gonna be people who gonna be there for you. You know what I'm saying? People who respect your time and people who ain't wasting your time. You feel me? Like, I ain't finna just be, I just started learning over through life, like, how you deal with yourself, bro, it's gonna be the big reflection on how your life go, bro. You know, you gotta learn how to really respect yourself, love yourself, and put yourself first at times. Not saying forget people, but learn how to respect yourself, love yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like it speak values into the world. You know, people will start seeing that. You know, if you put people before you, people ain't gonna see you as, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't gonna see the work from you, bro. Like, you gotta really, the fact that I know I always put in the work, bro, that's why I don't mind putting myself first, bro. I don't give a damn, bro. I always put in the work, bro. That's who Charles is, bro. IND Magant is. Cause that's how I grew up in life. My uncle and auntie didn't give me everything, bro. I had to go work for that shit. I had to go put in, you know, I had to go out there and get it. But yeah, that was me. That's what going through that made me into who I am today. Yeah. And I'm glad I did though. I ain't want to be, you know, once I start seeing some of these kids who grew up and had that, some of them become lazy. You know what I'm saying? Because you got that hand that's gonna feed you. Like, I don't want to be like that, bro. I want to go get it. You know what I'm saying? That way people know, like, even when they away from you, they know, hey, I bet he's out there, he on something. If I ain't, hey, people know when they ain't been around me, bro, they gonna know. Charles always on something, bro. He always doing something, like, and that's just me, and that's how I love to be. Why not always try to be on something? You know, building your life up and you come from nothing. It makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah. And how proud of yourself are you? You know, how far you've been able to come in your life, man? Because, you know, you was dealt a pretty bad hand.
Oh yeah, life, brother. I'm happy, bro. But I'm gonna be happy, bro, when I'm able to make a change, bro. Like make a change for, like literally, like make changes, like really put the action in. What I told you about the work, like I'm putting in the work now, and I'm happy about that. But I want to see that growth, like really hit, like that. You know, not even just about money, but that growth of people really like IND Magant. You know, as soon as I wake up in the morning, I fuck with your shit, bro. You know, you know, things of that nature, things that just shows that the world respect who you is and they see you out here. They see you grinding. You know, the money gonna come. You do well, bro. I don't think about the money. I think about what I need to do, and the money will come.
No, that's real, man.
Yeah.
So we know the Black Sheep's on the way, a couple videos on the way, man. What else you working on that you excited about for the rest of the year?
I ain't gonna lie. At the beginning of the year, y'all can expect another project.
Okay.
Because it's only gonna have 8 songs on there, and then I already got another project after that. So next year is already loaded with stuff.
Oh shit.
It's just really, bro. Me and King, we gonna be shooting some more videos. Like, at least probably about like around like September, October of this year. You know what I'm saying? Give me a little bit more time, and we'll be shooting some more videos for next year projects. You know what I'm saying? This year projects will be done after we shoot these 2 videos today, far as like doing the videos and all that. But promotion wise, that's only when I release a video. You know, I promote it, or College Kid or somebody. You know, I give it, pay one of them or something. You know, get it out there. You know, play them bloggers and things, and then I run ads and things, bro. Like I try to make sure my name stay in your face. You know, I don't care if you don't like it. Now you gotta get mad at Instagram and Facebook. Shit, I paid them to do the shit. Shit, be mad at them. Shit, cause like King told me, he ain't had people tell him like, bro, how IND Magant gets? Hey, I pay for that, bro. Ain't nothing just coming out the sky. You just see my shit. Nah, I'm paying for that, bro.
Yeah. And go ahead and plug your social media so everyone knows where to find you at, man.
IND Magant, IND_Magant, MAGANT. That's basically for everything. Okay. You know, IND Magant, it's that for everything. You click that in, and you'll probably find me anywhere. I got Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, and that's it for right now. I'm working on other things, but that's it. That's the 4 platforms I'm on that you can catch me on for right now. That's the 4 platforms you can catch me on.
I got you, man. And what's some advice you would share to the youth coming up right now?
You know, if you ever had like hard times growing up, like, find ways to find things that's gonna make you happy in life, and not people. Don't find people. Find things that's gonna really make you happy, like things that you can put your time and energy into, that you can build on, like it's gonna help you build character. You know what I'm saying? To the youth out there that's going through things. You know what I'm saying? You had a hard life like me coming up. You know what I'm saying? You ain't had too much help. Find the right friends, you know, the right people you can call your bros, people who got your back, you know what I'm saying? The ones who, you know, shit, give you that ride to work if you need it. You know what I'm saying? The ones who there them times that you ain't got it. That's who you should really value in your life. You know what I'm saying? When you ain't have it. You know, them the people I value in my life. You know what I'm saying? And basically, you know, I'm not gonna tell you some shit like stay in school, because I just know that if you find something in life passion-wise that you love to do, it's gonna turn into money anyway. You know what I'm saying? That's what I learned about life. Like, you find something you love to do, it's gonna turn into a business. You know, you put your time into it, put energy and money into it, it's gonna turn into something if you really love doing it. You know what I'm saying? And that's basically it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna tell them to stay in school and shit, bro. Like, yeah, I graduated high school. I graduated high school. Yeah, I graduated high school. But what I'm saying is, bro, I'm not about to tell you, I graduated high school. But what I'm telling you is, I'm not finna tell you some shit to tell you go to college and all that shit, bro. Find you a passion, something that's outside of school, and work on that. And that's gonna be your key to life. That's the best way I can tell.
No, solid advice right there, man.
Yeah.
You guys, shout outs you want to give before you wrap it up here, bro?
Shout out to my city, though. I do want to give a shout out to my city because I do this for my people and I do this for my city. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make some noise down there, but in the rightfully way. You know what I'm saying? My bro SDR, you know what I'm saying? He ain't here with us right now, but I know if he could, he would be. You know, and the people back home that's really rooting for me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't got too much use to say, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just, you know, the people that's rooting for me, thank you. You know what I'm saying? The people that's listening to my music, that's taking the time out, thank you. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got too much to say, but I am gonna put in the work though, to show you that I am thankful.
Move that dope, I'ma go ahead and get some more.